Welcome to KBS News Report. It is March 2020, and let's start with major events all around KreemaCraft network. Let's start with nighttime election. After months of debate, the election has finally come to an end with the slight victory on the Flyweight side. The election was held on the 15th of March. The presidential election was settled with a slight 16-13 victory between the two candidates, Flyer and Yingyu. 65.5% of the eligible voters voted. After the election, political parties congratulate Flyer on the victory. Flyer thanked everyone for their support and will continue with the law documents in the coming week. The president will replace the current president, Miu, on the 5th of April. Analysts told us that the victory of Flyer was due to his well-planned goals, which gave voters confidence that his leadership would succeed. Yingyu was believed to be a puppet of his party with no clear goals. Rumors mentioned that Yingyu himself isn't really into the election, which some of his party members have voted the opposite side. This resulted in the victory of Flyer. The scandal on Timothy, Ministry of Defense has finally settled with his position withdrawn. A notice which has been considered to be beyond his power resulted in a heated debate over the council and around KreemaCraft network. This was finally settled, with President Miu decided to withdraw Timothy from his position as a minister. Believed to be a personal conflict more than legal dispute, this has resulted in chaos over the network. The participation of foreign organizations has also further intensified the situation. It is this notice that started the whole conflict. Ministry of Defense, Timothy, released a notice which stated that foreign interference should not be tolerated. He claimed that the tone he used was a duplication of Chinese spokesman of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Geng Shuang. As legally, the ministry wasn't allowed to issue statements. The legitimacy of the notice is disputed. Flyer, former Speaker of the Council, launched an emergency meeting concerning whether the minister should have his position withdrawn. Over days of debate, the Council has rejected such proposal with only 3 voting in favor and 4 voting not in favor of the decision. Councillor Quan Chi-chen stated that such action is needed, while Wei Jun-chen believed that his act wasn't that serious. Despite the voting result, President Miu still decides to remove him from the position using his presidential power. And Max, the current owner of New City, has declared the official shutdown of the New City as an effort to focus development on both Sports Peninsula and New Millennium City. New City was founded in 2017 and was transferred to KreemaCraft network in mid-2018. The city is now hosted on the KreemaCraft network main server as one of the cities in the network. The city's development remained inactive due to lack of builders. Current builders were all focusing on other projects, worsening the situation. The only progress were 2 buildings throughout the past years. During KCN gathering, a treaty was signed to integrate New City as a part of Sports Peninsula. It was decided that water zonal regulations will apply instead of KreemaCraft ones. The legal discussions has slowed down progress with worsening situation. The owner, Max, finally decided to shut down the city. The New City Center was moved to Orchard, New Millennium City, and the CMTR office will continue its purpose at Kwong City, where CMTR operates several lines. Kwong City joined KreemaCraft network in recent months, and as a world generation problem was spotted, the city decided to adopt a new vanilla map with a brand new city plan. The new Kwong City sits next to the coastline with amazing sea-face skyscrapers adopted from the old world. Most buildings were moved except those that were deemed low quality. A few new buildings were also built, including a brand new high-speed ferry terminal, enhancing connectivity with other cities. The local ferry terminal is still under construction, while a brand new rail system is on its way. The second meeting of Nighttime Council was held at 9 p.m. 16th of March on Discord. It started with the re-election of Council Speaker, with 4 candidates, namely him, Nothing, PTTC, and Wei Jun-chen. They all have unique promises, with Nothing stated that he would distribute free masks amid COVID-19 outbreak, quote, 30,000 francs. PTTC was doubted whether his ability is sufficient. He claimed himself to be, quote, better than Suzuki-chan, while Counselor Him suggests whether he would agree to turn red-bean filling of Japanese anime character Emperman to green. Water Yun, aka Nothing, was finally re-elected. Numerous bills were also passed, including the Council Organization Act and 2 new committees, namely Internal Affairs and Defense and Foreign Affairs Committee. Both had a decent amount of members. Weeks after the previous meeting was the third meeting of the Council. The meeting started with the passing of 2 new acts regarding rules in the Council and method to organize a political party. Political parties are now required to send out candidates in elections to have its legal position secured. A party meeting is also legally required once per 3 months with at least 3 members. Such meeting is now required for smaller parties with less than 3 members, such as Laidi. A special discussion was also held to decide the filling of the Japanese anime character Emperman. Numerous options were given, including red bean, green bean, curry, milk, and other. According to Wikipedia, the character's name came from Is, meaning a man whose head is made out of bread that is filled with red bean paste. The voting concluded with milk being the most voted option. The behavior of certain councillors has also raised concern among councillors. Councillor Quan Chi-chen was ordered to stop talking multiple times due to mention of irrelevant information, including foreign service. The temporary decision to mute the council for 30 minutes was passed, despite concerns on personal conflicts affecting political decisions. After development in Revival District of New Millennium City almost come to an end in early 2020, the city has been looking to expand southwards with more lands for future urban development. This includes Southern Coast, the European Old Town, Harbourfront and Southminster, the government area, Esplanade, the Interlink Transport Hub, and entertainment area and South Leningrad. This plan starts with Southern Coast Station, the first European-style station, which will serve as a future interchange hub for NCT's Northwest Line and CMTL's Liverpool Line and Formosa Lines. It is currently being built by Holland and is estimated to be completed within months. The planning of Southminster started and is now under construction. This plan includes lands for numerous government departments, including transport, defense, foreign affairs, and more. The Presidential Palace, residence for the President, and Central Cathedral were also planned to be built. This comes along with Southern City Railway Plan, with the enhanced connection between existing areas and new areas. Terry, the President, believes that such a plan will make the nation greater again and stronger, providing more opportunities for it. As different KCN routes grow, there has been increasing demand on a rail link between cities. Currently, the only way to travel between them is by teleportation, and with a rail link, it will surely offer a more realistic and enjoyable way to travel between different cities. KCN officials have reached out to Aurora High Speed Transit (AHT), and they have agreed to build an intercity linkage railway interlink between Knightstown's New Hantin and Quan City's New Mingshek via Esplanade and Midland in New Millennium City. Virtually, the line will continue towards Western Station in Aurora, forming the Symphony Express. Under the plan, New Hantin will be built by Nightown architects, and Midland Station will be built as an extension right next to the existing Midland Station, which is linked by Circle and Benedict lines. Esplanade and New Mingshek Station will be built as a brand new station by AHT builders. It is estimated that the work will be carried out during summer 2020. Once completed, it will bring these cities even closer. During nighttime elections, candidates worked to attract more voters. Some brought this too far, which resulted in fake news spreading around nighttime, targeting numerous officials, including Timothy Lam, Manfred Cho, and more. Most of the fake news were made and spread in foreign service, making it hard for KCN law enforcement officials to track down and prevent the spread of this information. The first fake news was spread in an unknown chat group, where the spreader claimed that it would affect numerous foreign servers. That candidate Yingyu supports Victor, who owns the server Mindset, and has negative publicity in the Minecraft community due to their poor behavior. He claimed that if Yingyu won the election, Victor may take over nighttime. The claim was made without any evidence provided and was confirmed to be fake news. KCN officials investigated on such matter, and the center claims to be sending it wrongly. This continued when the same person published the first issue of the Kola Times, a newspaper based in a foreign server named Cold City. The newspaper claimed that based on exclusive information, Yingyu and Cat, Timothy Lam, was suspected of black box operation with no evidence provided. This newspaper claimed that Cat was bribed by a no-quality foreign server, which did not even happen with no evidence and no player reported in any nighttime group. KCN officials were worried that this information for foreign servers would cause negative impact and urged for tighter regulations. A short campaign on promotion of general rules started to enhance the awareness of following KCN rules. Currently, a short general rules quiz is provided in membership application, but rule breakers still appear, including one attempt to promote Coke City membership application in nighttime groups. The campaign started with promoting the serious consequences of advertising in KCN, which shares the same penalty with act of treason. Network owners reminds players to respect the community and avoid advertising in KCN servers and groups. The renovation of Kingyun in New Millennium City started with the rebuild of the Vice President's office. The highway junction was rebuilt, which CMTR's Liverpool line service was affected. A temporary closure was announced that the section between Swamp and Grass and Igawa will be closed down. Both stations were also closed as no train service are operating. The section will resume operation after work is completed in approximately 3 to 5 weeks. The first section of the metro between Chopin and Hantin Central opened last week, and the second section connecting the residential areas will open soon. Currently, track work has completed while workers are working on signaling. The custom script for nighttime metro's departure routine has been installed, which made the automation much easier. Players can simply press the call train button and the system will handle the rest. The rapid progress of nighttime development has exceeded New Millennium City as a city with greatest development speed in KCN. Numerous projects have completed, giving players a brand new place to walk around and explore. This includes Sakurai by Flyer, which includes the old building team headquarters ported from Project Nazca server, along with some well-designed apartment buildings. The Hantin City Center also saw rapid growth, with buildings from the old nighttime and new buildings built recently. This includes the Ferris wheel along the coastline of Hantin canals. The canal network resulted in a huge amount of bridges, which is why the city is called the City of Bridges. Outside the city center, there are residential areas which are developed both densely and even on hills. With the adoption of the generator Epic Well Generator, realistic hills have given builders a new approach to make use of the natural terrain and construct ideal structures on areas that are previously impossible in vanilla Minecraft. To get there, simply type spawn command and select nighttime NPC in server lobby. You may also select through the menu. As an effort to combat increasing censorship all around Hong Kong, KreemaCraft Network has launched an uncensored library aiming to preserve articles which may be censored in some parts of the world. As Minecraft is allowed in most parts of the world, it is widely considered as a method to bypass censorship, which normally targets individual websites. The library was built in Southern Cross, New Millennium City, with the structure following that of Uncensored Library by Press Without Borders. A Hong Kong map is included in the lobby, with flags indicating locations of major conflicts in 2019 to 2020 Hong Kong protests. The library and museum parts are still under construction, which will house news articles and display images during major events. A library with similar purpose is also planned to be built in nighttime but has not started yet. And finally, the Railway Safety Week of KCN has started, with promotion material regarding being safe around railways. This week starts on 30th March till 5th of April, with intensive posters regarding railway safety, including standing behind the yellow line and more. Authorities told us that they hope to increase awareness of rail safety and to prevent accidents and service disruption. That is all for KBS News Report. Remember that we can all flatten the curve by doing all our parts. Wear a mask, wash hands, stay home, and together we can stop the pandemic. Thank you and goodbye.